that better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yes. Perfect. Sorry about that. There was something not quite hooked properly. So as I was saying, welcome. And welcome to all of you who are here with me live. And for anyone who will be watching this later today or anytime in the future, welcome to you. You are included in this connectivity circle. And be sure to say hello in the comments so that energetically you are with us. And we're happy to have you here. So how's everyone feeling today? How are you doing? Physically, mentally, emotionally, how are things going? Anyone care to share? Things are pretty good here for me. Not 100% today, but I am all here fully with my heart. It's a little bit gloomy out there today, so we got to have the sunshine in our heart. Yeah, a little tired, right? Yes, energetically, the world is really intense right now, and we are all picking up on that. We're all connected. And so our little antennas are working hard and we're picking up on all that intensity. So being here is a great way to build on our energy and to support one another and ourselves in our process. So good for you for carving out this time, even if you're not 100%. So our topic for today is going to be about the idea of speaking freely, communication, and clarifying for ourselves what is real and what is true for ourselves through our conscious contemplation and awareness. There are so many sources telling us what to think and what to feel and what to do, and oftentimes what happens is we are around people who are thinking a certain way and maybe we think slightly differently, and it becomes very awkward and uncomfortable for us if we are not going along with what the quote norm is for who we hang out with and what is going on in the general state of the world. So I wanted to just touch on that in our meditation today, because I feel that we are holding and we're clenching and we're kind of caving in on ourselves. Many of us, let's face it, we're all different. We all have unique ideas and feelings about the way things are. We have a right to have those feelings because they're there. We can't be just forcing them down and repressing them. They exist. And so we have to acknowledge that, especially if they are things that truly matter to us, not frivolous things. So before I go any farther with that, let us begin with our breathing. And in the meantime, maybe you can think of some things that come to your mind when you think of the idea of speaking freely and free communication, clarifying what's real and true for yourself. What comes to mind when you think of those ideas? So let's take a moment just to close our eyes, sitting up nice and tall, taking a deep, refreshing breath as you settle into your seat, settle into the connection to the grounding energy of the earth, drawing that beautiful earth energy up through the spine, through the central channel, filling our being with that strength and power of Mother Earth. Tuning into your breath, and we'll begin with an exhalation, emptying the lungs. And inhale, filling soft belly breath into the navel. Soft belly breath, expand to the top. Exhaling out the nose if possible. Soften, soften, soften. Right down to the bottom of the breath. And again, inhale into the navel. Full expansion at the top of the breath. And exhale through the nose. Soften the belly, soften the heart, soften the mind, right down to the bottom of the breath. And again, inhale through the navel. Full expansion to the top of the breath. And exhale through the nose. Soften, soften. Each breath brings us closer to one another, stepping into our circle of connectivity. Continuing, soft belly breath into the navel, expansion at the top. Exhale through the nose as you soften the belly, soften the heart. Continuing, inhale into the navel, full expansion. Exhale, soften heart, soften belly, soften mind. One last breath. Inhale into the navel, expansion. Gentle contraction as you exhale through the nose, soft belly, soft heart, open and receptive to yourself, to one another, and to whatever may arise. So if you have any ideas or thoughts to share on the idea of speaking freely, communication, how that has played out in your world lately, I am certainly not here to tell you the answers in any of these videos. I am here only to, in my intention, to help raise awareness for each of us, to ask some important questions, and maybe bring about some sense of clarity or a deeper level of understanding and awareness. Because when we ask the questions, often the answers are given to us in some shape or form. So, what I often do is if I need a deeper level of understanding or a sense of peace or anything like that, setting an intention and sending that off into the universe, whatever that question is, whatever that idea is I'm looking for clarity on, it comes back in some form. So if you're aware, you pay attention to all the clues and the people, oftentimes it comes to you in the moment you least expect it. Suddenly you say, oh, yeah, now I understand. Now there's clarity. And holding our tongue is not a healthy thing, right? Holding our tongue in situations where we feel, well, we don't want to cause any trouble, we don't want to rock the boat, we don't want to make someone feel uncomfortable. It's very unnatural for our body to be holding those things. It just creates tension. Thank Goddess for yoga, because and other forms of release, whether it's through body work or through yoga or through movement, we have this release of energy. And thank goodness for that, because we would be holding on so much to these energies. And when those energies congregate and stagnate in the body, then all sorts of dis-ease arises, and these things happen to us where we are no longer feeling good for whatever reason. It creates disease, whether that's physical manifestation, mental, emotional, or all of the above, because it is all interrelated. So, two quotes I wanted to share with you today. The first one is from Martin Luther King, who had his birthday was recently. I think it was the 15th. So I thought a quote from him would be topical and poignant. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. So, excellent ideas, and another illustration of what I was just speaking about. our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Another great quote: I do not agree with what you have to say, or I may not agree with what you have to say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. So that was by Voltaire, a French writer from the 1700s. Excellent statement. We all have a right to have our own opinions, and heaven knows it's the free thinkers that have moved this world. So it's important to understand how to keep energy flowing smoothly through the body, keeping all levels of ourself balanced. So let's begin with a body scan and see if we can get a sense for these ideas in our body, and also just to move for a little while out of our thinking mind, giving our little big thinking mind a break for a bit to allow those ideas to percolate and float in the ether, and let's see what arises for us. So just closing your eyes, settling into your seat, sitting up tall as you allow yourself to connect to your source energy. Taking a moment quietly to yourself if you wish to set your intention for this practice. Bringing awareness to the crown energy center at the top of the head. Pardon me. Crown energy center at the top of the head. And just simply noticing the sensations, what's arising for you at the crown energy center, right at the very top of your head. Not looking for anything in particular, but simply observing. Moving your awareness now to the scalp, all across the scalp, down to the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes and the eyelids, awareness on the temples, awareness on the cheeks, the nose, the area around the nose, becoming aware of the upper lip, the lower lip, the tongue, the gums, awareness of the chin, the jaw, the front of the neck, the back of the neck, the neck as a whole, as you are aware of the air moving through the throat. Awareness on the upper chest, awareness on the shoulders, the upper arms, the forearms, the wrists, awareness on the tops of the hands, the palms of the hands, each finger separately, starting with the pinkies, the ring fingers, the middle fingers, the index fingers, the thumbs, the whole hand on both sides, becoming aware of the heart center, noticing the heart beating, the back of the heart, the shoulder blades, the middle back, the rib cages on the back, the rib cage on the front, both sides, the gentle expansion of the breath within the rib cage in the lungs, getting a sense for the organs floating inside. Noticing the abdomen, the lower back, the seat, the entire torso, becoming aware of the thighs, the hamstrings and the back of the legs. Awareness on the knees and the kneecaps. Awareness on the shins, the calves, awareness on the ankles, the tops of the feet, the bottoms of the feet, each toe separately. Baby toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toe, big toes on each side, the entire foot on both sides. The entire body as a whole. Just noticing how the body feels on the inside. Sensations, flow, movement, anything that you notice, not necessary to over intellectualize. Bringing your awareness to your throat, noticing the energy and the sensations that you're feeling in the throat. Simply resting your awareness there. Thinking about these questions as I ask. Do I feel free to express my thoughts? Do I keep thoughts and feelings bottled up inside? Do I feel like my thoughts and feelings are important and worth sharing? Does my posture constrict my voice? Do I communicate confidence with my body? Do I take time to truly listen and acknowledge others? Do I feel connected and guided by my higher source or higher self? Do I dominate others or do I ever feel dominated or silenced? Resting awareness on the throat energy center, simply aware. Some affirmations, those that resonate with you, please repeat them to yourself quietly or out loud if you wish. I speak from deep within my heart space. I speak from deep within my heart space. I express myself honestly, authentically, and with integrity. I express myself honestly, authentically, and with integrity. I deserve to be heard. I deserve to be heard. I speak up for myself. I speak up for myself. I voice my opinions and thoughts freely and with confidence. I voice my opinions and thoughts freely and with confidence. I use my voice kindly and thoughtfully. I communicate clearly, effectively, and with ease. I communicate effectively, clearly, and with ease. I share my thoughts freely. I share my thoughts freely. Allowing yourself to swim in the silence of the throat energy center. Just being with that area as you gently lean into it with your awareness and attention. Taking a few soft, smooth, soft belly breaths into the throat. On your next exhale, emptying through the mouth. Bringing your palms together at heart center. Taking a moment here to share all of your wonderful, magical, beautiful vibrations with someone special in your life. And let's bow to the divine light that shines from each one of us, connecting us as one. Namaste. Thank you for joining today. I hope you feel relaxed, peaceful, maybe a little clearer, maybe pensive on these ideas. And feel free to share. Always, always. I'm always looking forward to hearing your thoughts on these meditations, ideas, thoughts, whatever arises for you. I often get messages later, which is beautiful. Keep that coming. And one more thing I wanted to suggest, which really helps to open up this area beautifully, is fish pose. So those of you who are in my yoga classes, you would know this, but anyone who's watching who is not, laying back on a bolster or something in between, like around the bra line area, right around the middle back, the back of the heart. So just lifting up through the heart center, let the head drop back. And just being there for several breaths, breathing right up into the higher heart, right up even into the throat, bringing the breath there, and allowing yourself to just rest there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long you can. If you're the type to get dizzy when you go back, you can just rest something under your head so you don't have your head so far down. You can just prop it up a little bit more. But it's a beautiful opener for the chest, heart, and throat. Highly recommended. And if you have time to do it right now, highly recommend do that right now because it's perfect timing after this work we've just done. That is an interesting thing. You know, some people are, it's either one or the other, right? And I think I was reminded of a story a friend told me that they were talking about, you know, the political situation right now happening. And she was just like, I just zipped it because she had the opposite opinions, right? And she didn't want to share those opinions with her friends. Not wanting to start an argument or just making a stink in the room. So it just, that's what made me think about doing this, was that talk with her. And it's just one of those things, right? We often are, it's either one or the other. We're going to either go for it and not care, which is, you got to find that balance too. So it's always about finding the balance, when to say, how to say, and the whole idea of not being able to speak freely online right now is a big issue for a lot of people. It's happened to me personally as well, not being able to say certain things or being the big C word, which I'm not going to say here. So, anyway, I just wanted to bring that into a spiritual sense, the idea of trusting ourselves and trusting those feelings and thoughts. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. We'll be back for the noon meditation, and I'll be doing a really nice yoga nidra practice tomorrow night. If you ladies would like to join, or anyone else, let me know. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you soon. Lots of love.